Okay, good evening to you all. Today is 6th January 2025, which marks the beginning of our week 9 of this Graduate IT Employability Skills Bootcamp 2024. Like always, we start by showing our outlines. That is what we are to cover for the day or for the week. Yeah. So our week 9 outlines goes like we are going to have a recap on what you have done on week 8, that is last week. And also today we are going to talk about data types, data collection, then we'll have question and answer, conclusion, and call it a day. So today's class is going to be kind of I don't know, it's going to be a very long class. So please tighten your belt and be ready to learn a lot because we are on the verge of, finishing this employability bootcamp with you. So I think we need to cover some things so that you can be able to have a lot on your uh, you know plate. So last week you stopped at the if formula or if function. I think that what you treated last or where you stopped last week at if function in Excel. So today I'm not going to continue with the functions for you. That is the if functions and the rest. I'm not going to talk about that today because so far you have learned some things in there, even though it's not the end. But when my class or the webinar I held yesterday, I finished yesterday for 2 days about it's one it's one formula and functions in Excel. I think we'll share that webinar with all of you. So you go ahead and learn all what you can learn among the function or out of the functions that are available there in Excel. Even though the one is not all, but at least you can go there and keep learning all the formula and functions that you need to know there. So you stop with the formula and functions so far. We'll share the video with you to continue with them. So today we are going to have something. We're going to continue with some of the topics that we want to cover during this bootcamp. So the first topic that we have on our outlines is the data types. We need to talk about this because we want you to have a good understanding of the different data types that we have available and how to use the data types or what to expect in most of the data that we have. So you know that any piece of information is a data, and all what we have been doing or what we started in Excel is related to data, has to do with data. So there are different data types that we have, which some of you, of course, you know them or you've been, mingling with them, but maybe you don't know the name or you don't know what types that information or what data type the information has or what type it falls under. So let's have that discussed about all the data types and we talk about all the data collections. That is the data collection methodologies that we have, the data collection tools that we have. Then we're going to teach you some of the data collection tools so that you will learn how to collect data or how to gather data by yourself. But before then, let's talk about these data types. So first of all, there are two main or broad categories of data that we have, which everybody knows that we have data can be either qualitative data or quantitative data. These are the different data types that we have. You know, quantitative data is normally is the numerical data that we've been dealing with. Are the broad, maybe the statistical data types that we have already. We have the quantitative, we also have the qualitative. Quantitative is the numerical one, while the qualitative data is the textual, normally textual data. So it's the information data, data that has to do with, text or that has to do with information about something. That's the qualitative uh, data. While whenever we have data in numerical values is the quantitative data. But take note, yeah, I'll continue explaining all this. Not only data that looks like numerical values or numeric data is a quantitative data. Some data looks like or comes in number, but it's not a numerical data, is not a quantitative data, it's a qualitative data, even though it looks like numerical values. So not all numerical values that you saw, maybe you just treated them as quantitative uh, data. Example of that, uh, you know, account number, or let's say ID numbers. They are not quantitative data, rather they are qualitative data. So, and the rest, we'll talk about all that. I believe you'll understand that. So, quantitative data is also numerical data. That's the quantitative data. And when it is a numerical data, it is also a scale data. So, in statistics, sometimes you will have a data that is called scale, especially those of you that learn SPSS. You know, in SPSS, you have a scale data. All the numerical data are all as scale data because they are the data that comes in hierarchy normally. Once a data is numerical in value, then definitely the data it must be what must be in hierarchical order. 3 is better than 2, 5 is better than 3, 20 is better than 5. So by default, that's why the data is just a scale data, is scalable data. So that's what this quantitative data is all about. So it is numerical data, and also it's a scale in value, and it can be continuous data or it can be discrete data. For the continuous data, scaled for the continuous data is a data that can take any type, any form of data. That's the type of data. A data that can take any form of data. It can come in any format, that is in any decimal places. It can come in whole number or it can come in decimal places. These are the continuous data. For example, you can have 10.2.3 or 10.233 or 10.544. They are the continuous data. So we have such types of data that are continuous. They can take any decimal places in them. For example, types of this data, for example, we can say distance, maybe height of people, speed of something. All these are the types of data that are continuous data because they can take any format. But we have a data that is discrete in nature. The data that takes only one form of data. It can only be a whole number. That's the discrete data. So it will always be a whole number. For example, uh, number of participants, to a maybe particular program or that is participating in a particular activity or something like that. There is no way you can have number of participants 12 and a half people. That is 12.5 people. For example, I want to know the number of people that attended this session today. There is no way I can go and tell people, okay, you are 31.3 or 31.8 or 31.6 because the data must be discrete. There is no way we can have decimal places in the data. Or maybe there are that certain things that doesn't take any form of data, it must be a whole number. Number of cars, maybe that parks in a parking lot, they must be a whole number in that. You can't say you have 20.3 cars there. So these are the discrete data. All this, the reason why we want you to understand this is because whenever you are having a data, you must know that this type of variable that I have must have this type of data. There are certain variables. When I say variable, I'm talking about a name where you stored a data or a name where data are stored under such particular name. You can call it maybe a header, maybe serial number, full name, qualification, gender, all these, they are the variables. So any variable has a data that must fall under such a variable, any variable. So like I said now, when we are talking about these data types that we are discussing, when you talk about, for example, salary can take must be a numerical in value, because you can have a salary of somebody and have, let's say, Ahmad on that salary. You want to write salary of people on that salary, you just write Ahmad. There is no way you can do that. That salary must be a numerical data. So it must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 10,000, 5,000, 900,000, whatever thousand. It must be a numerical data. It must be a quantitative data. And it can be a continuous data, because it can take anything. Salary can have decimal places in it. It can take anything. Number of participants. We are recording the number of participants under the, maybe the table that we created, or under the variable of number of participants. Number of participants must have a discrete data, and number of participants must take numerical value. That means we can have, what can we say in that? So we must have discrete number in there. We must have discrete value in that. So we can't have 13.3 participants. We can't have 14.5 participants. We can't have 20.4 participants. We can't have that. We must have whole number in there to be our participants for that. So it must be a discrete data. So this is the quantitative data. And whenever you are dealing with that, you need to know this, you need to know what to do, and you need to know what type of data you are dealing with and what type of data you'll be using. So that's for that. So for the qualitative, it is sometimes called categorical data. That what sometimes you will hear the name categorical data, especially in statistical, profession, they call it categorical data. Also, when you are dealing with SPSS, you'll be hearing categorical data there, because it's the qualitative data. And this categorical data, as you know, we have nominal and we have ordinal. So categorical data also is two types. There is one that cannot be ranked, and there is one that can be ranked in order. So that way we have categorical data that are ranked, and we have categorical data that cannot be ranked. So the nominal data is the one that cannot be ranked, is just a categorical data. No matter how it comes, it is just like that. We can't rank it. It's just the same. And we have ordinal data that can be ranked. It comes in order. Even though it's categorical data, it comes in order. Like I told you, in scale data, in quantitative data or numerical data, they are scale. All of them, once a data is numerical in value, it is hierarchical by order automatically. I told you that because it is a number. By mere looking at the number, you know which one is bigger and which one is smaller. You already know that. But in this qualitative data, there are certain data that they can be ranked in order, and there are some that cannot be ranked in order. The one that can be ranked in order are the ordinal, while the one that cannot be ranked in order, they are the nominal. So example of this nominal data is, for example, gender. For example, a gender. Gender of people is nominal data, because male and female, by mere looking at them, you can't say, okay, this male is better than this female, or this female is better than this male. So by mere looking at the gender, you cannot say that, because the data is nominal in value. It's a nominal data. It cannot be ranked. Like also the account number that I told you, even though you look at it, it just look like uh, is a numerical values, but it's not a numerical data, it's not a quantitative data. So like I told you, it's just another type of qualitative data or categorical data, because it's just a distinctive ID given to account holders. So account number, by me looking at account number of people, you can't rank them based on their account number. You can't. There is no way you can do that. Account number is just like ID. Phone number is just like ID. BVN number also is just like ID. Serial number is also just like ID. Is something that you cannot rank to people based on that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Because one difference between this qualitative and quantitative is that in this numerical value or qualitative data, once you have a data and you cannot add them together, you cannot sum them together, you cannot find their average together, you cannot subtract, you cannot multiply, you cannot divide them. That just show you that the data is not numerical data, is not quantitative data. So that why there is no way you can have phone numbers of people and add them together and say the sum of phone numbers is this, or the average of phone numbers is this, or the division, or you are dividing phone numbers of people by three, or by two, or by four. So people will just look at you that maybe something is wrong with your brain or something like that, because the data is what the data is not numerical in value. It is just qualitative data. That way you cannot add it together, you cannot sum it, you cannot subtract it, you cannot multiply it, you cannot do other things with it. So this is why this nominal data, sometimes I told you, it looks like numbers. You thought that this is a number. It's not a number. So that way you need to treat it like what? Like qualitative data. In Excel, this is why when you are writing 07066309565, a phone number, it get rid of the first zero. Why? Because it thought that is what? Is a number, not a phone number. And that zero must be there. We need that zero. Why did it get rid of it? It thought it's a number, and there is no way number begins with zero. That's why we have account number with 000. No way a number can start with what? With zero, because zero is there. There are billions zeros before any number. Two, three, four, up to nine. There are billions zero before it. So if you say 0001, once you saw 0001 and it stays there, then it's not a number. That way in Excel, if you want to retain such zeros before number or before 1, 2 to 9, you need to turn the cell, you need to convert the cell to text. Instead of leaving it as general, by general, automatically it will pick it as what? As a number. It will get rid of any zero before the actual value. So I believe you are understanding all this. That way in account number in Excel, when you're writing account numbers of people, it will get rid of all the first zeros. When you're writing phone numbers, it will get rid of all the zeros like that, because they are not numbers, but it thought it's a number. That way you need to tell it, wait, Excel, please put it as text. We want to store the zero. We want to have the zero. We want to retain the zero, because the data is what? Is a categorical data, and it's also nominal. And for the ordinal data are the categorical data type that can be ranked. By mere looking at the data, you can tell that one is better than the other. Example of this type of data is qualification. By mere looking at the qualification of people, you can tell that somebody with PhD, has the highest qualification of someone with BSc. Someone with BSc has the highest qualification with someone with SSC. Likewise, with SSC is better than the one with what? Primary, or the one with none, or something like that. So this is the ordinal data. It's a categorical data, but it can be ranked. It can be ranked. One is better than the other. You can say that, you can tell that. So these are the data types that you need to understand and you need to learn. So after all this that we have discussed about all this data, we also have structured and unstructured data. So there is a data that is structured, labeled, well structured. By me looking at the data, you can tell this data is structured data because it has its own variables, and by me looking at it, you understand this is how the data looks like. And we also have unstructured data, which it is not a labeled data. It's just a scattered data that you are the one to categorize the data based on what the data is supposed to, you know, or based on the variable that the data is supposed to falls under. So this structured data, normally you are not going to need to see much of it, because it's just on the high level or high standard, where you just collect information just like that. But out of the information that you collected, you have a model, or you already write a model. That model is what will categorize the data for you, and just divide it. This information should go there, this information should go there, this information should go there, this information should go there. So that's the unstructured data. While for the structured data is already structured, you already have your the labels that you want to store everything under, which is the normal data that we are using now. For example, we are storing serial number, we are storing full name, qualification, gender, and whatever under a particular variable. So it's because we structured that. So all these are the data types that we have, and that what we are to discuss today. And I believed you understand what we are doing. So please, if you have anything to ask related to this, please, you can go ahead and ask. But don't tell me, please repeat something, because if you say that, I will say we are recording the class. I will share that with you. But if there is something that you need maybe uh, something about, maybe we discuss about it, you drop the question, or maybe we leave it at the end when you have your question, when we are doing question and answer, then I respond to all your questions related to anything we discussed today. Okay, so this is about the data types, and I believe you understand that. So the next thing we are going to discuss about is data collection. So this is something that the reason why we are doing this, some of you, because after this class, after this week, we are going to give you a, what can I call it? You're going to go for data collection. Even though we're not forcing you to do it physically, I'm not going to do that. I'll just allow you to gather data by yourself, maybe to create your forms, share your forms with people, ask people to fill the form for you, and then you collect the data back. I think that's exactly what we are going to do. We are not, uh, I'm not going to ask you to go for any field work. So yeah, you are just going to have the data collection by yourself. So understand what data collection is all about, because from today, you learn how to gather data, you learn how to develop a tool to collect data. Even when you were asked by anybody, or you were asked by any NGO, or you were asked by any organization, private owned, whatever NGO or whatever organization or association that might ask you to collect data for them, go ahead, develop the tool for them, share the link with them, or share the tool with them. Let them go and collect the data, bring the data. If you're good in, okay, other analysis processes, or you're good with analysis skills, you analyze the data, you visualize the data, you create a report on the data, you share the data with them. But data collection is the first skill that, of course, you need to understand, that you need to have it in you, so that at least when you are to collect data, or you participate in any data collection, something, you already have the skill to do that, you have the knowledge to do that, you can go ahead and do it. So it's something that we want you to have before the end of this uh boot camp, because you're on the, like I said, you're on the verge of finishing it. You only have like 1 week remaining. So this week and next week, because it's supposed to last for 10 weeks, I think. Yeah, it's supposed to last for, I think, 10 weeks, but you are on ninth now. So next week maybe will be the final, or we'll have 11th week, so that we just cover some of the things that we are left, behind for you. Okay. So data collection is the process of collecting and evaluating information or data from multiple sources to find answers to research problem, answer question, evaluate outcomes, and forecast trends, and also probability. This is just a process. So the entire data analytics profession, or anything that has to do with data, this process is the first step in that. Anything related to data collection is the first step, is the post process that you need to embark on. You need to take, so that you will gather the information, you will collect the information. After collecting it, then you go ahead and evaluate it. That way, when you evaluate the information, you try to find answers to what happened, why did it happen, what will happen, and what can be done. All these are the things that data will help you to answer, data will help you to find out, and you can only do that when you collect the data, when you have the data. So you need to understand all these data collection methodologies, how to develop, or what tools is, okay for you to develop and to collect data with. So that's what we are going to discuss about. So I believe you understand what this data collection is all about. So for the data collection methodologies, these are the methods of collecting data. And these data collection methodologies, please have it in your mind, please understand this. All this that we are discussing, from data types that we discussed, and also these data collection methodologies, please understand them, write them. As you know, we're not giving any note, we're not giving any handout. Just have your own jotting, have your own write up, to have them in you, memorize them, understand them. Because maybe you might find yourself during interview or something like that. These are the questions you will be asked. These are the questions you will be, go through to answer, to respond to, for them to understand whether you have knowledge about data or not. So data collection methodologies are the methods that are used to gather data, methods that are used to collect data. And there are different methods for data collection. And take note, every information, every piece of information you need to collect, there is appropriate data collection method attached to that information. That's one thing you need to understand. So anything, any activity or any uh, answer that you want or any information that you need to gather, there is a method that you need to follow for you to gather such information. So that's what this data collection methodologies is all about. So you need to understand this so that whenever you need to collect data or you were asked to do anything that is collected to data collection, you need to know that, okay, this is the method I need to follow together to gather the data. But if you follow another method without following the appropriate one, you can have the information, but believe me, the information is not 100% accurate, and sometimes it's not what will give you the exact answer that you want. Because, like like I said already, all this data that we are collection is for us to find answers, is for us to get answers. So if you collect a data wrongly, you collect something that is not accurate, something that is not what uh, you need. So any answer or any question you need to answer, you are not going to get it 100% correct. You are bound to make mistake. You are bound to make any decision you make is going to be error because the data you collected is not the accurate data that you need to collect. So right from the methodologies of collecting the data, you need to understand that. First of all, we have is survey. Survey is the first that we discussed, uh, you know, for data collection under these data collection methodologies. It's a survey. You need to conduct a survey. Survey is part of it. When you are conducting a survey, to go ahead and have data collection across a particular uh people or categories of people after doing all the random sampling and whatever. Yeah, there are other sampling method. Don't worry. Maybe sometimes we'll discuss about that on the road, but today is not part of what to discuss. So when you are doing your own, just go ahead and conduct the survey like that. So survey is part of is the first data collection methodology that we have, is one of the method of gathering uh, data. And we also have questionnaire. Questionnaire is part of the data collection methodologies that we have. You all know, most of the people, I believe, all of you here that are graduates, you know that you undergo this questionnaire way of what? Gathering information. You did it. So questionnaire is part of it. And we also have FGD for that is focus group discussion. It's part of the data collection methodology. Sometimes you need to conduct a focus group discussion for you to gather information about things that are bedeviling, maybe people or something like that. You need to conduct that. You need to have like up to 10 group of people. You discussed with them, listening to them, what is going on within their community, this and that. You gather such information, and that's another method of collection of data. So focus group discussion is part of it, and most of the humanitarian organizations are conducting this focus group discussion. They use it to gather data. So please, you need to understand this. Interview is part of it. You conduct interview. Sometimes you go ahead and conduct interview. You also conduct a research. Research is another data collection methodology. That's normally on academic part, and maybe privately you want to conduct your own research is part of the data collection also methodologies. Okay, interview, you already know for the interview, you go ahead and start interviewing people to gather information related to what is going on, maybe within a particular community or location, and like that. Observations is also part of the data collection methodologies. It's another part of it. So all these are data collection methodologies. They're not only this one, there are lots of them. We have KII, that is key informant interview, is also another data collection methodology that is conducted to normally stakeholders, to listen to them, to listen to what's going on, to listen to what are they doing in order to kind of bring solution to maybe problems within a particular location or something like that. So there is this also. KIA is part of it. There are different all these data collection methodology. But this one, please understand them, learn them, know that they existed, because some of the interview that you might be doing, especially related to organization and other things related to you working with data or something like that. They will ask you this question probably, and you need to learn this and you need to know how to answer this. So we have categories of collection tools that we have. We have offline tools. That is, when it comes to the data collection methodologies and data collection that we are discussing, we have data collection tools that are offline. We have the ones that are online. We have the ones that are hybrid. So for the ones that are offline, normally like questionnaire, we developed a questionnaire, we printed the questionnaire, maybe we go to the field to collect the data, or we share the questionnaire with people to write and bring it and turn it back to us. That's for the offline. You already know that. For the online one is normally the online one that we are doing. All these forms that you are doing for recruitment, for applications, for scholarships, for whatever, is just online data collection tools. They use, website to collect it. They use Google Form to collect data. They use a lot of forms that are online, all these links that you are seeing. Even this program that you use the link to register for the program is just an online collection tools that we use Google Form to collect that. And that way today is part of what we are going to learn, what we are going to teach you. You're going to learn how to develop your own Google form for you to collect data from people. We'll teach you how to do that. Share the link with people. Let people fill the information, the data for you. Download the data, and then you can do whatever you can with the data. So it's part of what you are going to learn today. Another tools that we have, categories of tools that we have hybrid tools. So for the hybrid tools, they are neither online or offline, or they can be used online or offline. So these are the hybrid data collection tools. And they are the ones that normally organizations nowadays are using, especially in remote areas. All these Kobo Collect, ODK or Open Data Kits, ComCare, and other data collection tools that all these organizations are using in a remote area, that is in rural areas where there is no network and whatever, they use such data collection tools to collect data, the categories of the tools they use to collect the data. So these are the hybrid. These are the hybrid. And also we'll teach you one of these because we'll teach you that Open Data Kit will definitely teach you that. So we'll share the video with you after this class. So it's part of what you are going to learn because it's part of what you are going to use to collect data during this week assignment. We'll share the topic. Yeah, we'll just ask you to go and collect data. You are the one to collect any data that you want to collect, any information that you want to collect. You are the one to go ahead and collect such uh, data. So it's part of what you are going to learn also. So these are the two tools we'll teach you today uh, during this week, inshallah. So the data collection tools that we have Excel, we also have ComCare, we have Open Data Kits. All these are the type of tools that we have. So not only this one, we have the online ones. You can see Google Form, Microsoft Word Form, and what can I even call it? All these are the types of collection tools that we have. You can see them. So are the ones, but we'll teach you this Open Data Kit, and we'll also teach you Google Form. That's what we are going to do. So we have the offline ones for all this. So the offline data collection tools, you can create a maybe client registry, you can create attendance, you can create survey documents and other things. Just print them out and give it to people to use for that. And that's on the part of that is the offline. That's just you need to use. Okay, normally attendance is offline, but you can create attendance online if you like, but normally it's offline. So it's another type of the data collection tools that we have. So now, after saying all this, I think let's just go ahead and start working with learning all this because I told you we'll learn Google Form already, and for the Open Data Kit, we'll share the video with you, the links to the videos. Go ahead, please watch the videos. It's just 2 days video because it's a very long video. So if we say we are going to cover the video, I think this class will take us up to maybe 1 a.m. or something like that, or 2 a.m. So I don't want us to do that. And I told you we don't have much time to cover most of the things we want you to learn. So we'll share those two videos with you. Go ahead and watch them to put the knowledge together with this. And also, I told you we will share that it's one formula and function with you also when the videos are ready, so that you will continue from that if formula that you stopped last week, you continue with it. So in this it's one formula and function, I told you I covered almost 81 formula and function in there in Excel. So you need to learn from there, merge it with what you have learned so far. And also you need to learn this Google form, merge it with what you have learned so far. And believe me, you'll have some things, at least no matter how little, you'll have something to take home at least. So I'm stopping the sharing of my screen. I'm opening my Chrome browser. Then we are going through the Google form. You are going to learn it from scratch, how to develop it, how to develop a form, how to share the link with people, how to collect data, how to even download the data, and the rest. That's exactly what we are going to learn tonight. Okay, so let's go. I'm with you. I'm trying to open my, what did I call it? I'm trying to open my Chrome browser so that we'll start with it. Okay, let me open this one. Okay, I'm sharing back my screen. So if you see my screen, you can let me know. So I'm sharing it back. Okay, here it is. I believe you can all see my screen. Please, if you can see, let me know so that will start from the scratch. So whenever you want to develop a form, a Google form, that is the one, the like of what you have used to, you know, to what to fill. I think, what form did you use to fill this employability skills? Let me see, what form do you use? Okay, let's just go ahead and emulate that form. So is bit, okay, is this is the form slash graduate bootcamp 2024. This is the link, I believe. Yeah, but the link is not collecting any. Okay, yeah, it's still open. Okay, so this is it. So let's just create something similar. Let's create something similar. Let's create something similar like this. We're going to do that, then don't call it a day. But this image, what can I do with it? I don't have this image, but don't worry. You can put anything, or you can just leave it without this image. But I just want to create something like this up till this. That's what we are going to create. So whenever you open your browser, when you open your browser, the first thing you need to do is go ahead and write, you go ahead and write docs.google.com. That's what you need to write, docs.google.com. Please take note on that. Just that's the link you write, because we are taking everything from scratch. So docs.google.com. Docs.google.com. When you click on this docs.google.com, it's going to open docs document like this for you. So please, when you do that, click here, and you see these three dots. Click on them, come here and click on forms. Click on forms. Immediately you click on forms, it's going to bring you here. So by default, I have these two forms. So that's why you see them here. So you don't have anything, maybe you never create anything. So you're going to see something like this. All these are templates that you can use maybe, but please don't use them, because you need to create your own from scratch. And that's what I want to teach you, and that's what I want you to learn, please. Okay. So like, for example, now when we are done with what we have done, maybe we created the form, we shared the form, and we want to go back to the form. We can use the link to go back to the form like this one, or we can come to docs.google and go to form. You will see the form you created under here. Go ahead, you click on it, and you do whatever you want with it. But now, since we are starting everything afresh, we are going to do is just to click what? To click blank form. So go ahead and click on blank form, click on it. When you click on blank form, it's going to create something like this for you. This is the name of the form. This also is the name of the form, this untitled. So if I change it here, it will affect here. So let's just change it here. Let's call it this graduate IT. So I'm just copying this name. So I told you we are emulating this. So let's just copy it here. Okay, bootcamp. So that's what I want. So when I come here and click, you see, immediately I click on it, it takes the name that is here. So now this is the name of the form. So this is the name of the form, Graduate IT Employability Skills Bootcamp. So you need to rename your form. So when people come to this, this is what they are going to see. This is the form. Maybe it's a survey, you name it on your survey, the survey you want to conduct, maybe whatever survey, out of school children survey, or maybe elite computer literacy survey, or maybe status viewers surveys, or maybe whatever you want to do, just write the name of the survey here as the title of the form. So immediately you did that, you come ahead here and do it like this. And what you have learned in Microsoft Word, all that what you have learned in customization of text, we also have it here. We can bold it, we can utilize it, we can underline it. You see, you can do all that if you want with it. But normally, I don't do that. But if you like, let's see, this one I didn't bold it, so don't bold yours. But if you want, highlight it and bold it if you want. If you don't want, just leave it like that. So that's for the title, and you create your title. So before I continue, I just show you the title, but now let me take you through the interface of this form so that you will not get confused and you'll know whatever anything here can do for you. You'll understand that you will not get confused with this. So recently, Google updated this form. This is not how the form looks like before. So that's why we are doing this as the latest training as we are doing it today with you. So first of all, you see, this is, if you want to go back to the home of your forms, this is where you need to click. So now if I click here, it will take me back to where I clicked that blank, if you can recall, and where I saw the form that I have already, you see, it bring me back here. So that way, because I clicked that. If I want to go back to the form that I'm working with, just click on it here. This because it's graduate IT employability. Click on the form and it brings us back to the form. So this is what this button did for you. And this is the name of the form I told you. This is the folder where if you want to move the form to any folder, you click here and you create a folder to move it to that. What for now, don't worry, you don't need that. This is star if you want to make the form to be the favorite form that you want. You just need to star it and click on that. The next thing is the add-ons. Add-ons is the advanced level of using Google Form. This is a game changer. Believe me, this Google Form can do a lot. So that way, if you understand this Google Form, you can do much things for it because you can conduct exam with it. And the exam that you conduct with it, you can put timer for the exam. Once the period of the exam is done, it will just end the form. Or once the time is not yet done, the form will not start the exam. Or it will require some people to put their ID for them to start the exam or to put their numbers. It's a very powerful tool that you can use, but add-ons is a game changer. But believe me, it's one of the advanced level. And if you want to further your knowledge and whatever, you can go ahead and do that. Don't worry, Google Form is also a profession on its own. So it's just something we are just touching its head and move. We just want you to have the basics of it, to learn something in it, at least to know how to collect data in it. That's what we are doing. But I'm telling you, these add-ons, there are a lot of tools in the add-ons. You can go ahead and use the add-ons. Okay, so we have for the customization. So under this customization, you see this bottom is customized themes. You can go ahead and change a lot of things here. Like I want to change the entire text style, font style of this page. I can come here. By default, it's a Roboto font style. So font style also is another thing that you need to learn. That has to do with computer, for fonts. It's something that you need to learn. You need to have information about. So you need to understand a lot of fonts that are there. The Gojek, the Roboto, the Impact, the Arial, you know, all other impact, this thing that we have. So you go ahead and learn them. So all this is it. So if I want to change it, I can click any one of them and change it. But by default, I don't normally change all these font style. I leave it, the header, the font size. I don't normally touch that. If you want to change the color, you can go ahead and change the color. So you see when I click on this one, the entire page change. If I click on this color, everything changed. If I click on this, everything has changed. So you can go ahead and change that. For the image, especially that image that you saw here. So if you want to put this image, go ahead and click on choose image. Then you select it from your computer. But now, since we don't have image, you can go ahead and check the image that are available under Google. You see there, all these are the illustration images you see. Anyone that you want, you go ahead and put anyone. Anything that you want to use, go ahead and use use it and it will appear on your page. So let me just check one, or let me just click this one as the image that we are going to use. I'll click on insert. So by default, that image that I select that has to do with books is going to appear on top of this header, like this image that we have here. You see it here and we have it here. So this is how it works. But don't worry, I don't need this image. Or maybe we can leave it because it looks awesome. Yeah, let's leave it and continue. So if you want to put any image, go ahead and do that. And that's where the image falls under. And you see automatically you put the image. It just take the, colors that are related to image and colored the page for you. You want to add another color, you don't want this one, go ahead and add it. But this color that, you know, automatically inserted is very, very good. We can leave it. So that's for the themes. Want to get rid of it, just click here and get rid of it. And this one is the preview. If you click this preview is going to show you what you are doing here. So as you are developing the form here, the preview is going to look like this. So what we have done so far, when we share the link, this is exactly what people are going to see, because we are not yet done with the form. We are not uh, yet done with the finalization of the form, and this is what people will see. So whenever you want to preview what you have done, maybe after you finish, you want to preview the form, you want to see how the form looks like, go ahead and click on this preview, and that's when you're going to do that. You can recall undo and redo. You know that Control Z for the undo, Control Y for the redo. So we also have undo here, we also have redo here. You know that, and you did that. So this is also the buttons for that. We have them here. So if you did something that you want to undo it, you click on to undo. If you do something that you want to redo it after undoing it, then you redo it. You click on this for the redo. So we have redo, we also have undo. And also the next thing that we have is to copy the link. If you want to copy the link of this form after finalizing of the form, just click on here. You can see the form. Just click on copy the form. But before you copy any form, make sure you click on publish, because as far as concerned now, I did not publish this particular form. So if you want to publish it, just click publish. That's when the form will be available for anyone. And make sure you manage the publish, because now Google updated this. I told you before, this is not how it is, but now you need to manage the link. Now, if I manage the link like this, I want to manage the link, for example, it means I can say anyone with the link will be the responder of this form. But if I restricted it, that means anyone, even if you have the link, I need to give you access for you to fill the form. So that's one thing about this. So it was updated. It's Google that updated it now. That's not how it is before. Even me, I discovered that they made the update today. It's today I discovered that they did this update. When I shared that IT employability skills for 100 women, I just started seeing request mails from people. People need to fill the form. I just started seeing the request. It's when I come to the form and I realize Google make this update, and I check and I see that is restricted. So I need to turn it to anyone with the link can be a responder. So anyone with the link is a responder, but not anyone is a editor. Don't touch this editor. Please don't touch it. Because if you say anyone with the link is editor, then anyone can change this form for you. People can go ahead and start changing the form. So if they saw it's only, for example, this IT for the 100 women, someone is a male, he didn't see male option in the data, you can just go ahead and edit it and put male and select male. So don't touch this, please, for the purpose of this. Don't touch this. You need to only touch this responder view and say anyone with the link. Then you click on done. So that's how you did it. Then you click on publish. So when you click on publish, then the form now is public. Anyone can see the form. If you come here and click on link, copy link here, now you see we have the link, and we can have a short URL like this, and we can also have the long URL like this. So anyone that you want, you can copy, but I highly recommend you copy this short one so that it will be very short for people to just click and go ahead and do that. And if time permits, maybe I'll teach you this, how to create this bit.ly, because let me see, this bit.ly website normally is not working nowadays. So I'll just click on it. So when we reach that stage, I'll show you how to work with it. But now for the purpose of this, just click on this shorter URL and copy what you have done. Then you share the link with people, and people will just keep working with it. And also, if you want to share this form with people, if you have their email address, you want them to come and fill the form, please copy their email address, just start writing them. Now, these are the people I have on my list, so I can go ahead and start typing people's email. After I'm done, I'll just select OK, then the form will be shared with them. All of them will see the form and they can go ahead and fill. So this is for the publish. Maybe I want to touch the setting of publish. I want to manage something, or I want to stop accepting responses from people. I will just click here Just to turn it, I'm no longer accepting responses. And if I want to accept it, I will click here. So when you close it, that means you want to stop collecting information from people. Then you need to edit the message that you want people to see. So the default message is this form is no longer accepting responses. But if you want, we can say, sorry, the registration is closed or is ended or something like that, or whatever you want to write. Just put it like that. So registration has closed or is closed or whatever. Just write whatever message you want people to see, you write it. But by default, if you didn't put anything, it's just going to say this form is no longer accepting responses. So now we are accepting responses. When we turn it on, we click on save, and it's going to be like this. So another thing is these three dots. You see, if you want to make copy of any form that you have done, maybe I want to create another form, but I want to use similar field that I have here. I want to use them. I'll just come here and create, make a copy. So if I click on make a copy, it will ask me to rename the new copy that I want to create. Maybe I'll just create it and name it and give it another title. Once you create that and you click make copy, it will definitely create a new form for you, and you're going to work with it. If I want to delete this form, I will click on move to trash. I will click it. Pre-fill, I can go ahead and pre-fill the form. If I want to do that, just click on pre-fill and go ahead and uh, just do it and get the link. Please don't mind that. For the pre-fill, we're not going to talk about that. So the embedded of HTML, if you want to embed this to HTML codes, you know what HTML codes is, especially using iframe. Some of you that have HTML knowledge, you know what iframe is all about. You can embed other codes into a website, so you can embed also Google Form in your website. Like you can embed YouTube on your website and other website that allows you to do that using iframe. So you can go ahead and click embedding. So you see it's a iframe tag that is going to show for you. Copy this and change the width and height that you want. Copy it and paste it on your website, and people can go ahead and use it on your website. You want to print it, you click on this. You want to script edit, so just click on this. This is just another thing that you just put on it, another pictures. So we have get add-ons. You want to unpublish the form, you can unpublish it. You want to have keyboard shortcut, you click on that. So these are the things that I'm going to touch on this. uh this is the menu bar of it. So this is my image. If you want, just go ahead. This is the account I'm using for this. And also, this is the question. We have this tab for the question here. We also have for the responses. So when we started filling the form, as we are going to do now, you will start filling the form. You are going to see the responses of people. 1, 2, 3. All of you are going to see that. If you want to download it, this is where we are going to click on to download the data. If you want to see the data, we'll click here and it will take us to the Google Sheet where we'll review the data. We'll download it also if we want from there. And for the setting, this is the setting where we can set up the form. So you can make this form to be a quiz. That means I can create a quiz. People will just come and start answering the question, and I'll assign marks to each question. But now I'm not teaching you how to create a quiz, so don't worry, I'm not touching that. I'll just show you this where you take it. But if in as much as the form is not a quiz, it's just for you to collect data, please don't turn on this, just leave it the way it is. For the responses, you click on this, it's just going to show you this. When you click it, this is for the collection of email. Do you want to collect email? If you want, yes, verified. I want to collect verified email of people. If you don't, you say do not collect verified, do not collect people's email. Or if you want a responder input, that definitely is going to create email as a field that everybody must put his email before the person continue filling the form. But normally, if you like, just click on this verified. That means before the person can fill this one, he must uh you know what can I say? The person must log in with his Google account in order for him to fill the form. So that's what this verified is all about. So for the send responders a copy of their response. Yeah, if you want responders to see the copy of what they filled, please click on always. That is immediately when they are done, they will see the copy of what they filled. Or if they requested, maybe someone finished responding. Do you want copy of what your response? Then he click OK. That is if he requested, you put where requested. But if you like, you turn it up. You don't need it at all. Then allow response to be edited. If you want people to edit their response, even after submitting their forms, click here so that when they submit their form, they can come back to the same link and update their information. If you don't want them to update it, please turn this on. Don't turn it on. So for the limitation of one response, if you want people to each email address to send one response, so you need to click here. That means once I use my mobile phone to to fill this particular form, nobody can use that form to send it unless they log out from my Gmail on that phone and log in on their Gmail. That's when they will be able to log in that. So that's one thing about it. I saw someone asking a question that what if person never finished filling the form? Can you, if something never finished, if you didn't finish the form, how can you see it if you didn't submit it? It's only when the person submit the form that you can see the form. That's how it works. Yeah. So for the presentation, we are done with that. For the presentation, you click on this. What we have here, if you want to see progress bar, go ahead and click it. Then you are going to see the progress bar. That's how what's going on, what people are feeling, and what's that you see that. For the question, so this okay, this progress bar. Let me say this. It has to do with when people are filling the form, they will be seeing what they have done. Are they up to 50% of filling the form, 20% of filling the form, 50%, 100%? That's the progress bar. Please, if you like, you put it. If you don't like, remove it. For the shuffle of question, if you want people, whenever someone refresh the this thing, when the person refresh, sorry, when the person refresh the page, the question will be reshuffled. So if what is your name at the first question, when some person maybe I open the page, what is your name is the first question, what is your phone number is the second question. When another person open it, it will reshuffle. So what is your the phone number will come the first question, and the what is your name will come the second one. So it will keep reshuffling itself just automatically like that. So if you want to reshuffle it, just on it here to reshuffle it. If you want it to be static questions the way it is arranged, you leave it like that. For the confirmation message, for the confirmation message, you need to click this edit to put the confirmation message. That means when people send the message, when people send the form, when they send the form, you need to tell them what they will see. Maybe congratulations, like this one that we have done. Let me show you. Okay, I can't show you that. I can't show you that because yeah. Don't worry, for the confirmation method, it's just something that congratulations, your information has been captured. So let me just put that. Congratulations. Sorry. Congratulations. Your information has been captured. You receive a confirmation email soon. For example, like that, then you just say regard or thanks. So whenever the person, then you click on save. So whenever the person finish filling the form and he send the form, this is the message that he's going to see when he fill the form. So if you want them to see your account number, maybe the registration form, they need to pay money and whatever, just tell them that just put your account number and whatever. Please make sure you make payment because that one will validate your registration. Otherwise, consider yourself as you know rejected from the trainer or something like that. So that way you put that message that people will see after they send their registration. So if you want people to see show link for another to submit another response, that is immediately when the person send it, you can see another submit another response. You can leave it like this or you can turn it off. That means immediately if the person send, he can no longer see any another submit another response anymore. So you can turn it off. View summary, if you want the person to see the summary of the result, maybe of what he did or his responses, please go ahead and click on that. Then you just click here and do that. Then disable auto save for all respondents. Yeah. So if you disable auto save of all respondents, what this auto save it means once you open this form, anybody that started filling this Google form on his mobile phone or something like that, even if you you go out of the form or you close the tab like that, when you come back to the form, it will still save the information you filled already. All you need is to continue where you stopped. So, but if you disable this, once the person go out of that form, then when you come back, you need to start afresh. So by default, just leave it like that so that it will save the progress of people so that people will not be coming back and front in the form. So that what this is all about. So the form defaults, please, all these questions. So if you set it already verified, so it's going to be verified here. For the question default, for example, you want to make all the question to be required. That is compulsory. Nobody can skip any question. You need to tick here. Then by default, all the questions you are created or you created are going to be uh, that. Okay. Please, some of you that are asking all these questions that we just discussed, please stop asking this question. You'll get confused, or you'll confuse other people. Just don't rush it. What you miss, allow it to slide. The video will be there for you. Just write it down that you miss it. We'll go ahead and just watch it together. Because if you're asking all this, you're distracting me. I saw message. I have to open the message to see what is going on. Maybe sometimes you will lose the voice or the audio. I have to see what is going on and the rest. So please stop the distraction and stop asking all such questions. If you missed it, you missed it. Because I don't, say that whatever we are doing, whatever I did here now, you must understand it now. That's not what I mean. I'm just showing you what it is. Those of you that can follow along, go ahead and keep following. If you miss anything, write it down that you miss it. Maybe the later when you're watching the video, you pay attentively and understand what we are doing. Because I can't be maybe going back and pro just because you missed a step like that. Someone is even asking if you finish creating the form, where you go send it. You see, these are the all questions that we just discussed that I don't know whether he is sleeping or he's not with us, because I can see other people are just fluctuating, going and come back, and just come and drop your question. So please, I beg you, stop asking such questions so that we just continue all this. I'm recording everything and we'll share the video with you. So whatever you miss, jot it down, and you can uh when you are watching, then you pay attentively and discuss. That's why I followed all these tools. I'm taking you through everything and I'm not going to miss anything for you. So if you miss anything, go back and watch it, you'll see. I'm not saying you must learn it today, now. That's not what I'm saying. So but please keep following along. Okay, so that's for the setting, and that's all what this form is all about. So the next thing I'm going to take you through is this. You see this? These are the tools for the developing this particular form. Even though if we like go ahead and just keep using them, this plus is if you want to add another block. For example, I click here. This one I'm here. If I click on plus, it's going to create another question for me. If I want to delete it, I click on this. You see, this is what this plus is all about. So for this one is to import questions. If you have your questions, you want to import questions. Maybe you create your question, free question, you develop them, you want to import them, just click on there and import all the questions. You see, you can import it from any form that you have available. Just click on the form and import all the questions. All the fields are going to be here. You don't need to create the forms again. So that's for the import. For this, if you want to add title as you are creating your questions, you want to create another title. Okay, this is section 1 of the question. This is section 2 of the question. This is section 3. And you create exactly what we have here for the description of the section. You go ahead and create a section like this. You click on this. If you want to delete it, just click here. You get rid of it. So for this one, if you want to add image, go ahead and add image. For example, as people are filling the form, maybe you want to put image and ask them question related to the image. Okay, tell us what do you see in this image. Tell us something like that. That's how you do it. You go ahead and do that. So that's for the image. And for the video, if you want to add video, as people fill in the form, okay, watch this video and answer the question that follows. So you put a 2-minute video or 1-minute video, and after the video, you started asking the people. So what did the presenter said? Or what the color of the shirt of presenter or something like that? You add the video, you go ahead and do that. So and also for the section, like I said, you want to create, this is section 1 of 2. So you need to create that, then you create all the questions. So when you are doing for this section, the form is going to break into 2. Once the person is finished with this section, you need to click on next. It will take him to the next section. Then it will take him to other section. It's take him to the last section. So that's how it's all about. So I don't need it, and I'm deleting this section, and we're not going to talk about that. All these are the things that you need to. This section, especially this section, will not cover it. So it's something that if you want, go ahead, you further your education or your skills to learn it, because it's just something more. So I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to finish more to talk about that today. Okay, so let's start creating our question. So for this question, now by default, okay, we have this, we have the title. So if you want to put the form description, this is the form description. Look at it. All this that I say, hi, I'm Ahmad in our effort to build our people and teach them employability skills, all these are the what this. So we can copy this since we are trying to copy this form. Then under this form description, I paste it. So it's going to look exactly the way it is here. Let me delete this. The way it is here, that's how it's going to be here. So that way you see we are going to teach you this data collection and data entry. So that's what we are doing so far. So you see, yeah. Okay. So that's for this. That's for this. So now Um, we're done with this. So for this first question, since we have one question here that has to do with full name, so let me just copy this full name. Then I'll paste it here as the question full name. So what data type is this full name? It's a categorical data and we need to collect a text. All these data types that you have here is related to this form and also part of the data type that we learned so far. You need to understand what you're doing. But for this, it has to do with people writing this answer by themselves or people selecting the answer by themselves. So you need to understand the two. So for the people to write the answer by themselves, we have this short answer. That's what we have here. You see this? What is your full name? You write. This is the short answer. That's the data type that we select. That's the type of field that we select. So that's number one. Do we want it to be required? That means in online, let me say this online, worldwide, any form that you want to fill, and you see this star, red star on it, please. It means that particular field is compulsory. You must fill it. You cannot submit the form without filling it. That's what it means. So if you put this required, you are going to see asterisks. That is, you are going to see this star on top of the form and nobody can skip it. That means you're not going to have people submitting their forms without putting their full names. That's what it means. You're not going to see such types of people doing that. So you need to make all the required information, you need to make them what? You need to make them compulsory. So that's what this required is all about. So if I want to delete it, I will click here to delete it. If I want to duplicate this question, then I will click on duplicate to duplicate the exact question if I want to do that. Or if I want to create another one, just click on this plus, then it's going to create one for us. So I can drag and drop. I can bring this one up, I can bring it down. So you see, I come here, you did cursor in Excel. We teach you how to drag. So when cursor turn to this, it's for dragging and you can drag it down, you can drag it up. So this is something that I know you already learned that. So the next question we have is gender. So for the gender, we want it to be multiple choice question. That means we want people to select from the options. So that way we need to select multiple choice. So option one, we need to select male. Then you press enter, option two, female. So now this is what we have. We want to make it also required. So that means anybody that comes to form, this is what the person is going to see. Male or what? Females. You see? Male or what? Female. So that's what we just created here. So we make it required. Then we click on plus again. The next thing is date of birth. So I'm going to write date of birth. So for the date of birth, we need to select date. So we have date in this, just select date, then it's going to look exactly like this. Month, date, year. So the person need to click here, select the calendar, select the date of birth, just scroll down. Maybe you were born in what, then you select the year, 2019, you select whatever you want, that's your date of birth. So that's what date of birth is all about. So you make it required like this. So another thing that we are going to discuss is maybe phone number. Just select this phone number, select it. So for this phone number, please, make it this short answer. Make it text. Please just make it that. Just make it that. Just make it short answer. That's how it's going to be so that you collect the number of people. So you see, you are going to collect the number of people under here. So that's it. So another thing that we are going to do is, okay, we have this also, so let me copy this WhatsApp number again. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make this required, duplicate it, then I put WhatsApp number, but I'm going to make this not required because the WhatsApp number is optional. That way it doesn't have star. So we need to make it like that. Then we have state, LGA, so I'm going to create for the state. State, I'm going to make a short answer, then I'm going to make it required. Then I'm going to create LGA. I'm going to make it also short answer. Automatically, it's making itself short answer. Then I want to make it required also for the LGA. Then after LGA, then highest qualification. So for the highest qualification, we need to make it multiple choice. Then I'm going to click here. Then I'll make it highest qualification. I'll make it multiple choice. Then I'll start writing the choice that we have here. So what we have diploma, NCE, HND, BSc, MSc, and PhD. So we have diploma, NCE, okay, HND, BSc, MSc, PhD. So that's what we have. So if you like, you can add others like or you have SSCE and whatever, you make it multiple choice and you make it required. So that's for the highest qualification. How do you categorize your computer literacy? So this is it, beginner, intermediate, expert. So I just need to click here, then I make it multiple choice. This is beginner, intermediate, expert. That's it. Then I make it required, and that's for this. So the next thing that we have is for somebody to upload the certificate. So for the upload of certificate, yeah, what you want the people to upload their certificate. Like all of you upload your certificate for us to verify whether you are a graduate or not. Just go ahead and click upload certificate. The reason why we ask all this is just for us to see the serious-minded person, because some people just upload political flyer for us. Some people will upload their image, will upload their head, some stupid pictures. So you see such people who just get rid of them, will not even accept them in your program. So that's why you all do that. But some of you that put their certificate, so that's what you need for the upload. Upload your tertiary school certificate. Then you come here now and you select file upload. So under this file upload, it will ask you this. File upload will be the owner of drive, whatever. Just click on continue. So after clicking continue, it's linked with your Google Drive now. Allow only specific file. That means you need to have only selected files that you want people to upload. For example, I don't want people to upload anything that is not document or a PDF. Then I click on PDF. Or I just want them to upload image. Then I click image. Because let me tell you, if you didn't select the specific type that you want, our people are very, very somehow something. Believe me, if you will ask somebody to put his photograph, someone will upload his CV for you. If you didn't specify the file that you want people to upload, believe me, someone will upload CV for you. You ask them to upload their passport photograph, someone will upload CV. Someone will go up upload video. Someone will upload even audio for you. So you need to specify what you want. So if you say image, the person cannot upload anything that is not image. If you want PDF, you can only upload PDF. If you want spreadsheet, that is Excel file, can only upload that. If you want video, the person can only upload video. If you want document, that is Microsoft Word document, the person can only upload document. So you need to select what you want the person to upload for you. So that's what this is all about. So in your case, I want the certificate to be in a image format. That's why I select this image. Or you want it in PDF. Someone can upload his PDF. He has the certificate in PDF file. You can put two if you want, or you can restrict it to one. That's number one. Number two, number of files that people need to upload. Please restrict that. If you go and put 10, someone will mark all his gallery and upload for you. Let me tell you this. Make sure you restrict it to one so that the person can only upload one. But if you need multiple files from people, you can select maybe five. Maybe you want them to upload maybe all their credentials or something like that. You can go ahead and do that. But please don't forget, make it one so that they'll upload one. Maybe if you want maybe tertiary certificate here, indigenous somewhere, create indigenous somewhere, and just take in one. Don't put much. If you put much, someone will do a lot for you. You will regret that. For the maximum file, leave it this 10 MB. What sometimes just leave it 1 MB. Don't put even this 10 MB. Because if you put 1 GB, someone will upload the entire video for you. Someone will go and upload video for you and upload it 1 GB. So please just restrict the maximum size of the file that you want to accept. Please, just by default it's 10 MB. If you like, you make it 1 MB or you make it 10 MB if you like, but please don't go beyond 10 MB unless you are collecting huge files from people you are collecting. You want them to upload video. If you have a friend and you want the friend to upload video for you, you want to watch the video on Google Drive or something, just create this link and send him, okay, 1 gig. Maybe the series is 10 gig. It's even 10 gig. You want the person to upload the entire series for you. So you can create Google Form and collect and receive all the videos. The videos will be on your Google Drive. Then you go to Google Drive and download all the videos like that. Yeah, it's another way. I'm just telling you this. If you like, go ahead and do that. I don't care. But yeah. This is what you can do for the file. So after setting up all this, you want to make it required, just click on required. Then it's going to be required, and anybody that's going to fill the form must fill the form. So the next thing that we didn't treat, or the only thing that we didn't treat in this is this checkbox and this drop down. Okay, for this, let me come back to this highest qualification. You see this highest qualification, if we leave it as a multiple choice question, is going to be list like this. It's not going to be drop down like this. So let me preview everything and show you what will happen. So under this as qualification, look at what happened. You said multiple choice, we have it like this. So if you want it to be like this, that is to be multiple choice like this, to be drop down, just come here under this and select drop down. Come here also under gender, just click gender and make it drop down. So now if you click on preview, mm, Okay, I'm sorry. So now if you come here under gender, you see, you are going to see male, female. And you also come under qualification, you are going to see diploma and whatever as a drop down. So for this beginner level, how to categorize your this is going to also be drop down. So just come here and turn it also to drop down. You see, instead of multiple choice, turn it to drop down. And that's how it is. So the one thing that we didn't touch is the checkbox. So for this checkbox, let me just create a question, but we are deleting it. We don't need it. For this checkbox is if you want people to take a multiple, to take two or more options out of what you want. For example, you want people to select, let's say, select all the states in Nigeria. So if you want people to select the state in Nigeria, maybe I put Niger, I put Lagos, I put Zamfara, I put Alaska, for example, and I put Lille, for example, any state that is are not in Nigeria. So you want the person to select all that apply, all the states that are in Nigeria. So you need to select this. Let me show you what will happen. So based on this, the person can be able to select two or more options under this. That's what the checkbox is. So I can select Niger is a state, Lagos is a state, Zamfara is a state, but Alaska and this are not state. So this is what this means. So that's what this checkbox is, but we didn't do create anything related to that checkbox. I'll just show you what the checkbox is all about. So I think that's all what I we didn't create for the time. This time I don't think you can work with it. That one I will not even touch it. So let me delete this question. We don't need it. Let's delete this last one also. We don't need it. So we stop at upload file. So that's where we are going to stop. And so far we created a form that looks exactly. Let me leave it. Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. So let me delete this. So we created a form exactly like this one. This is it. So we are done. So once you are done with the form, you make sure everything is okay. Let's review the form. So on that preview, we are going to look at everything. Look at all this. You did everything. You come, you see this. Just you are going to see full name, gender, you see date of birth, full name, what this and that. Drop down, all the options are present. You see this, all the options are present. The upload file, you click and you add the files and whatever, everything is okay. Once you are done, you click on submit. You can only see this submit form active is only when you are done with all the questions, when you fill everything. So when you are done with everything, you are okay. Then that way you publish already. But before we publish already, then you click on publish. You manage the publish. You do everything. Now you need to get the link. Click on get the link here. When you click it, let's shorten the link. This is what the link is all about. Copy the link. I'm sharing the link with you because I want you to fill this form because we are going to download the form. So I'm dropping the link under the chat. Please check the chat and go through the form and just upload it. But please, for the upload file this certificate, just select anything and upload. Please don't upload. Okay, let me just turn this up because I know some of you will upload stupid things there. So let's just, I'm just removing this question. So all this that you are doing, please don't click. You don't need to click on save. Automatically, once you are connected with your computer, it's just saving everything for you. You don't need to click save or whatever. It's saving everything. So as I deleted that question for the upload of certificate, it just automatically updated itself. So I share the link with you, please. I'll give you like 2 minutes. Go ahead and fill the form. Just share everything so that we are going to see the responses here. Once someone fill the form, you are going to see one response, two response, three response. Please go ahead and check the form and start filling the form. I'm waiting for you. So for this, we are going to come and learn how to work with this with the Bitly. So normally sometimes the website is not working, but I'll take you through how to create that Bitly and do that. Please, have you started filling the form? Yes or no, please let me know if you started filling the form. Just check the chat. You'll see the form, please. Start filling the form so that we'll start seeing the data coming in. Please go ahead. I'm waiting for you. Are you with me? I don't know if you are listening to me. I didn't see any response. Please, are we together? Can you hear me, please? Have you started filling the form? I just dropped the link. Have you started filling the form? Because I didn't see, I only see one response. So your class rep has respond. Anifa, I can see her email. My Unkwa has respond to. Nuhu Basiru has respond to. I can see him also. That is, we have three responses. Okay, thank you. Keep peeling it. Okay, Nafisa Isa, Yaya Ibrahim. Yes, yes. Mana Wachima, A Priya. So please keep doing it. We have 8 people. Yeah, Ibrahim, yeah, I just show yours. Yeah, so we have yeah, Ashiuzi, Samira, Lukman, Zahreddin Muhammad, 2015. So as you can see, I have 12 responses already. This is the data that I got already. We have people here. So you see, this is where you see all the people that are responding, that are response, that response to the form, and all the people that have filled the form. We have like 13 people, as you can see here. So now, what will happen after people fill all this form? What will happen? You want to download your data and see what you have. So you come here. First of all, you can click these three dots. You see, you have this download responses.csv. Now, if I click on this, I'm going to download the data, and the data is getting us back, it's taking us back to Excel. Though I'm downloading it as, a zip folder, as a zip file. So let me download it and open the zip file. Sorry, let me open the zip file. Sorry. I'm stopping the sharing of screen because sorry, I just downloaded the file, so I'm sharing it with you. I'm showing you what happened. Let me share it back so you see the zip file. So this is the zip file that I just downloaded. Just click on the zip file, double click on it to open it. This is the zip file that I just downloaded. So this is the zip file. Let me open it. Okay, here it is. Just this is the file, so it's in Excel format. I told you it's going to come in Excel format because CSV is Excel format. So I'm sorry. Okay, so here it is. So here it is. You see, these are the people that we just fill the form. You see, this is your data, and this is how we get your data. This is how we do whatever we want to do. So all the functions that you have, like maybe you want to do apply simple arithmetic, whatever you want to do to clean the data, customize the table, do whatever you want to do. This is how we did that. This is how we got the data. So that's the first method to do that. So let me go back to the form and show you the second method to download the data. So this is the first one. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get us back. My computer is tired, let me tell you this. So I have a lot of tabs open. So, okay, so that's the first one. So we have 19 now. So if you want to see the data, you want to view the information online, click on this link to view, link to sheets. When you click on this, just click on create new sheet. It's going to create new sheet for you and click on create. So now it will open Google Sheet for you. Google Sheet is like online Excel. That's what Google Sheet is. I'll just call it like online Excel. It's like online Excel. So that's what Google Sheet is all about. So it's like online Excel. It's like online Excel. So you are going to see it in a spreadsheet. That's why it is called spreadsheet. So Google Sheet is called spreadsheet. And also Excel, some people call it spreadsheet. So normally it's just going to open like that in the spreadsheet. So this is the data. And the one thing about this online, the one that I tell you, once people are filling their information, you see, it will just keep updated. They just keep coming down like that. As you just keep seeing things, as it is. Now we have like 20. Okay, we have 19 already. I told you. So that what we have was taken by header. So that's it. So this is the data by that. So if you want to download the file without that zip, so when you open it by spreadsheet like this, just click on file. On that file, come to download and click on Excel. You see? Now if I click here, I just click on Excel. It's going to download the file as Excel here for me. So I'm going to see it as Excel. And from there, I will open it. So let me just open it for you. Let's wait for it to finish downloading. So here it is. So here it is. I'm downloading the file. You see that name that we give it, graduate IT employability. That's what we have. So I'll just click on it to open the file. But I don't think we can open it because we already opened that one. So you can't open two files with the same names together. So, okay, yeah, it opens. So you see, we have it here. No, I don't think I can open it. You see, yeah, I know we are going to have a row. So I definitely know we can't open it because you cannot open two files with the same name at once. So it just open like this. So you see this how it looks like, but we can enable it because we open that one. So this is it, and this is how you are going to get your data whenever people fill it for you. So the next thing I'm going to show you what has to do with this Bitly. I told you it's just for you to learn how to create Bitly because Bitly is just a shortcut for people to learn how to use the link you shared with them. All they need is to write bit.ly slash the name of the form automatic, or you can create even QR code, people to just scan the QR code and go to the form link so that people will not they don't need to copy this because it's very difficult for people to write these long codes. Look at this. No, I don't think anybody can waste his time to write all this. All this, nobody can waste his time to write all X, F, H, all this. Nobody. So yeah, that why thank God when you share it in Excel, people or on WhatsApp or social media, people will just click on form. But when you create a Bitly on a flyer or something like that, all people need to is just for them to what? It's just for them to click on it. It's just for them to write it even on the browser and go to the link. So just go to bitly.com. That's the name of the website I'm going to show you. There are many websites you can create Bitly and you can buy it if you want to create a professional link for people. But please, what I'm going to show you is for free. Just go ahead, go to Bitly. When you go to Bitly, just get login. Go click on the login. Once you click on the login, it's going to click here for you. You need to click on sign up. So for me, if you are using your Gmail to sign in, you don't even need to sign up. All you need is to continue with click on continue with Google because I'm connecting with my Google account and I'm going to accept it. It's just going to log in like that. I don't need to sign up or something like that. So click on connect with Google. So I'm connecting with Google. Then I'm selecting this is my Gmail account, the one I'm using. So I'm just clicking on it. Sorry, I'm clicking on it. Just click on it. So I just click on it. So when you click on it, you click on continue. So don't forget, I copied the link. I copied the link. I'm creating a bit.ly for the link. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. So now just come here, wait for it to finish. It's loading. Just wait for the page to open. Thank God today the bit.ly is working, but yesterday, day before yesterday, is not even working. So thank God it's working. Okay, we are waiting for it to open. Okay, we are just waiting for it. So don't worry, it's from the website. I know it's just doing somehow these days. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to refresh it, but let me refresh it. Let me refresh it and see if it will work. The website has some issues nowadays. I don't know what's wrong with them. Oh, just hold on. It's from the website. So that you too, when you create your link, you can rename the link maybe by the survey or whatever you want to put, any name you want to put for the name. Just allow people to use it and just write the bit.ly slash any name that you want. So put any name that you want people to put. Once they put the name, that particular link that they click on will automatically redirect them to your Google form. They just fill and send, and that's how it's going to work. So nobody needs your all these long codes and whatever. Nobody need that. So that's what this Bitly is here to do for you. So I'm trying my best to see that. Yes, this thing giving me a headache. Before I create that link for the women boot camp, it's just something that took most of. Maybe I'm not lucky enough to learn this. Maybe because we can't wait for this. It's already 11 class. I think we'll round off the class. See, I don't know what to do. It's not working. It's not responsive. It's not. Okay, so please, I think if you have questions, go ahead and start asking your questions. Go ahead and start asking your questions. I think someone is saying it's 11 minutes, so we can continue. Okay, I think it's coming back, but because okay, on my phone, so I can't share my phone and we are not using my phone. Ah, what can we do? Onyeka was saying it's not opening from my end. It's opening, it's not opening from me, it's working from my end on my mobile phone. It's open. Seriously, it's open on my mobile phone now. It's not opening. Okay, Ahmad Abaka said what I have is in a question size, a reminder and a request. Read it out and respond to you. Okay, the bootcamp is 15 weeks. Okay, yeah, no. Is it 15 weeks? No. The bootcamp will, okay, let me see. If it is 15, no, I know what you are saying. Yeah. The bootcamp will last for, is up to 24. Yeah. It's up to um, 24 February. That's when the bootcamp will finish. 24 February. That's the end date. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about that. Even if I said it, maybe I said 10 weeks. I just think like it's 10 weeks. So if it is 15 weeks, of course, don't worry. You cover all what we want. But we know that we will not finish everything to 15 weeks. So yeah. Don't worry about that. Yeah. We are not finished it until we reach the exact date that we are finishing. We say that. So I know we are finished it by 25th, 24th. I think I even have it here on my slide. Where is my slide? On this slide. I have it here on my slide. Look at it. 24 February. I put it. I know I put it myself. 11 February to 24 February. I know that. So don't worry. Don't worry. If I say 10 weeks, yeah. We'll not round it up until we reach that exact time. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll work on your videos. I'll work on your videos and submit it to you. I'll work on it. I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of videos to work on. It's not your own bootcamp webinar, so I'll do that. Someone was asking, is unstructured data the same with qualitative data and vice versa? Please, unstructured data the same with qualitative data? I didn't even get what you mean. Structured and unstructured data are different data types on their own, and they can be quantitative, they can also be qualitative. So I don't think the similarity between the two, whether it is the same or not, they are not even, the same category. So this weekly is not opening, and I think this is why we will stop. It's not opening because that's what it's doing most of the time. Are women from this bootcamp allowed to join the women bootcamp? Yeah, some people called me Yeah, some of you call me, some of the participants of this bootcamp, they call me about that question, whether they are able to. Yeah, you need to join that one because that one will be kind of there over here. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, you can join. You can join. Even if you join, you will learn more things. You will learn a lot of things because that one is going to be 40 days and it's going to be every single day. So for 40 days. But even though it's starting, we are starting from the beginner also level up till maybe where we are going to stop. But it's something that maybe there are things we'll cover there that are not here also. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It's just opportunity and you are not paying anything. So go ahead and join. I think you just go ahead and join, you will learn something. Even if you are in this one, you will join that one. It's okay. Nobody will restrict you. But if you didn't register yet, I don't think you can join it because we only accommodate 100 people. And now we are about, let me check the form. We have about 435 people that registered already. 435. So I don't even know how you are going to scale through when you register. Maybe you will be the only person from your state to register because I think we are going to what can I say, to give the quota by states. Maybe that how we are going to do because it's going to be nationwide. We even have people from outside Nigeria. There are people that talk to me from Cameroon, that talk to me from other countries. So I believe they are going to all join. So we'll allocate that to them. But you can join. Yeah. Go ahead and register. Okay, thank you. Sir, is there any provision for the men? Someone is asking me provision for the men. No, I just say it's for women. And still, one thing about this, I know I'm going to see some males registering for this. I know, you know what how Nigeria is. I know. Even though I get rid of that option for under gender, I only leave females. I know someone will go as a male. He will go there and put female, select female and fill the form. I know, and I saw someone. Is it? I don't want to call the name. It's just someone that I just saw that person. I just laugh. I know, you know our people. But we are going to clean the data to only accommodate women. Yeah, because the reason why we are accommodating women is that, at the end of this year summit that we did 2024 on 31st December, we realized that in 2024 we trained about 3,812 people, I think. But out of these people, about it's only 200 plus that are females. Only 200 plus out of these 300 and 3,800. So you see, it's like females are not interested in this. I don't know. I can't say they are not interested. They are interested because as you can see now, we have about 435 of them in less than 24 hours. It's not of the 12 hours now that I shared the form with people, but we have about 435 women that registered with some few, unserious men that registered also. So yeah, they are serious. But we want to this year, one of the resolution that we have, we want to accommodate more females. We want to train more of them on IT, especially on data analytics skills. They are, of course, to be specific. We want a lot of them in the field. We want a lot of them to have the skills. We want a lot of them to join us because the profession is for everyone. And to me, like I always tell people, I saw IT skills to be more uh, you know, deserve the profession deserves females than males to me. Yeah. Because as even looking at the context of Nigeria, context of even northern Nigeria and other part of the country, even though I'm not only, targeting northern Nigerian women or something like that. I'm not that. I'm not doing that. I'm targeting the entire African women. I don't care. So, but even looking at the context now, if you look at it, it's hardly for you to get a female that is in such type of stage. So it's now that we are seeing females coming up into this data analytics, especially into the data analytics profession. In every profession, we don't have much females when it comes to IT. Everyone, but it's not only in Nigeria, even worldwide, that's how it is. But now with the coming up of what this program that we'll keep doing, we'll start accommodating most of them. So men, we have a lot with you. We are going to have graduate. I think no, that one is for some state graduates only. That's for the men that we are going to have. I think it's going to the registration will begin end of February or end of January or first Feb. Something like that. I don't know how we schedule the plan of activity. I forgot, but we have training for that. For the men also, I think we are going to have one. Yeah, I know male are going to be on my neck for this, but believe me, we have a lot of males, but we'll do something similar. But I'm not going to say for males alone when I'm doing something similar. I'm not going to say for male alone. So yeah, that's the reason. What about the males? Someone was asking me what about the males. I don't know what about the male. I don't know. I don't know the type of question. Someone said I've joined already. Thank you, sir. Is also male version for the upcoming bootcamp? No. That let me answer the question. No. Thank you, sir. Okay, it's okay, okay, okay. The head math. No, it has nothing to do with mathematics. All these data analytics skills has nothing to do with mathematics. And believe me, females are very good at mathematics. You don't even know that they are very good at mathematics. They are very, very good in mathematics. Believe me, they are very good in it. Yeah. But it's not because of mathematics, not only things that are related to mathematics, even software development, even other skills. The only thing that females are doing is just just this graphics design, which is not even kind of a career in Nigeria that you need to do, unless you want to end up just creating self-did it, you create a flyer for people receiving 1,000, 2,000 per flyer and whatever. And that's to me is not, it's just a side hustle that some of them are into. They're only learning Canva and what did they call it? All such easy drawing tools and whatever. Yeah. And to me, it's not a career that one in Nigeria. So we want them to have a solid career, something that they can work with, something that they can. Yeah, product design also is good. It's very good, very, very good. But it's not a career in Nigeria. Let me tell you this. Most of the Nigerian this thing, because I don't know which company you are going to work with product design in Nigeria, especially if you are from northern Nigeria. I don't know. But yeah, you can learn that and have it aside also. It's a skill that you can learn within short period of time. It's not that much. Go ahead and learn it, but it's not seriously in the context of Nigeria, it's not a career. So we are talking about works that yeah, they can work remotely. Of course, yeah, you can all work remotely with that, I believed. But believe me, the remote work is kind of so saturated for a lot of, and they don't normally care about that. But I'm not discouraging. I'm not discouraging because the reason why I'm focusing on teaching people that to learn something that has career in the context within the Nigerian context, you can go ahead and just keep searching for the remote work and whatever. But this remote work, out of 100 people, 10 people I would be lucky to get the remote work. Believe me. And we have thousands of works in Nigeria here in our context. And if we don't have people that are qualified for the works that we have in our context, and you are still looking to work for other people, you are not working within your country, you see, it's something that you are not developing, a good career for yourself. But yeah, like I said, we need people everywhere. We need people in the profession, and yeah, you can work remotely also. Yeah, you can work remotely also. Uh, you can. So, but you need to uh have something that you will be able, because like I said, we have a lot of works. You see, if you go to NGO jobs, you see a lot of adverts every day. The adverts are there. These are the employability skills that you need with the touch of the theoretical aspect of such position. When you apply, you'll get the jobs. That's what we want our people to be getting, the jobs that are applicable, that are available at home. So now a lot of people are looking for remote job while the physical jobs are not full, are not occupied already. You're still looking for remote job also. You see, it's just to some people just a misplaced of priority. And yeah, this remote job that you are seeing all these developed countries are advertising, they are developed already. If you go to get physical job, you cannot get physical jobs. They don't even want to hire you physically, spend a lot of budget on you, a lot of money and whatever. So that's why they required you to operate off remotely. It will save them a lot of money and whatever. But here in Nigeria, they strongly with the skills that you have. And this is the skills that you need to get. It's Bitly, whatever. Bitly is not working. So I think this is where we are going to draw the curtain. And if you have the this thing, if you have the what did I say? Any question, please drop your question. So if you don't have this Bitly, please, what I'm going to just say, whenever your Bitly is ready, maybe you just know how to create the account. When you open the account, you'll see just just click on create new. When you click on create new, you'll see link, click on link. On destination, you paste the link that you copied from your Google form. And then on that title, you put the same title that you have on Google Form, you write it. Then you will see whether it asks you for custom back half optional. Custom back half or bracket optional. Then you need to write that what that the bitly that people need to use. So you write any name that you want. Maybe you write Bootcamp 2025. Maybe you write my survey or Ahmad survey. Anything you like. Don't put space in between. Don't put space. Once you are done with that, just click on create. Once you click on create, then the bitly will be created. Then you ask people to just write bit.ly slash any name that you put under that custom backup optional. You are going to, it will redirect people to this form that you just created. And that's what this bitly is all about. That's what I'm about to show you. But the network is not kind of cooperating and is doing Monao Kipo you. So I don't know. We are not going to do it today. So yeah, let's stop here. And I think okay, just sign up and follow what I just said in this video and go ahead and do it because I don't know what this bitly uh is doing for us. So this is it. What do we have in our slide? Let me come back to our slide and see what we have. Do we have anything left in this slide? I don't think we have anything left. Yeah, it's just question and answer. Then thank you for listening. So I think we're going to draw the curtain here. We're going to call it a day. So for this week, all this week, please go ahead and keep working on this, keep listening on this, keep learning about this data. And let me say this about this form that we just created. When you are creating a form, make sure you collect information that are okay to you, information that you want to collect, information that will help you to have enough insight about the survey you are conducting. So go ahead and create a, please make it concise. Don't create, I saw some people create questionnaire with 50 something question. Nobody in Nigeria has time to answer 50 something question for you. So let me tell you, even if it is interview that is going to get job and get money, nobody has such time. In Nigeria, nobody has such time. So make it very concise. Create the questions, very simple questions, and don't ask sensitive questions. Please avoid asking sensitive question. Okay, what is your salary? For example, that question, what is your salary? Please don't ask that question. People will not tell you their salary. Oh, if you just keep asking, how many wives do you have? How many children? What are you spending per day? What are you see, all these, there are sensitive questions that you don't need to do that, but you can ask people within the range. You can ask people a range. Maybe what is the range of salary that you have? Maybe you put 10,000 to 30,000, 40,000 to Kaza. You see, you just keep a range. People will select the range for you. So you need to be very smart in creating your question. Don't go and start asking people sensitive questions. Do not ask. Or you go and ask people, what is your BBN number? What is your account number? If you collect account number of people, you didn't send money to them. Believe me, anything can happen to you. Someone will report you to EFCC or something like that. Please don't ask sensitive questions. Stop asking. Don't collect NIN number of people. Don't collect their BBN. Don't collect their account number. Don't even make mistake of collecting anybody's account number. Unless maybe you are paying people or you are asked to collect account number. BBN, account number, NIN. All this sensitive information, please don't collect them. So that something will not happen and someone will hold your neck and say that you're maybe you collect somebody's account number today, this morning, this night. Tomorrow morning he wake up, there is David alert from his account. He doesn't know from where. My brother, you will explain tired. That person will never understand you. So avoid collection sensitive informations. Please avoid that. Yeah. So this is what I can tell you. So we'll share a list of the maybe surveys that you can conduct. Maybe we'll share that with you. So go ahead and create your questions on your own. We'll just test your knowledge in that. We'll give you topics. Don't worry. We'll give you topics. All of you will share topics with you. Go ahead and conduct the survey. We are not asking you to go to the field and collect the data, but what do you say about going to the field? Because seriously, I want you to have interaction with people. I want you to go to the field. I want you to collect the data. I want you to do a lot of things on that. Maybe, maybe we are going to have another class on that survey because since your survey, like I said, I thought it's 10 weeks. Since it's 15 weeks, you need to have like 2 weeks for data collection. Seriously, that two weeks you need to do them. So next week and upper week, we're not going to have class. It's just for you to go and do your survey work. go to the field, collect data, have interact with people. This is something that you're going to have it in your CV. Let me tell you this. You're going to have it in your CV. So for this survey, we can give you 1 week. So we are not going to have class next Monday, but we will have class upper Monday. That's what is going to happen. So we'll not have class next Monday, we'll have class upper Monday. But within this week, before next Monday, I will see what I can. I will see what I can to schedule a class for you. Seriously, how? Because my calendar is full from what I have here. I don't know. And I will be on transit on it. So it's only tomorrow that I'm available. Seriously, throughout this week up till Monday. It's only tomorrow. It's only tomorrow. So maybe I'll see what I can for tomorrow to hold this class for issue related to your survey. I'll guide you on the best practices. I'll guide you on what to do. So I'm just looking at my calendar. It's only tomorrow that I'm free. Only tomorrow I will have maybe class with you by 9. So maybe tomorrow we'll hold the class. Seriously, maybe tomorrow we'll hold that class. It's just interactive class that I will just take you through what to do, how to go about the survey, and please make sure before tomorrow you go through that ODK intensively. You understand the ODK, you see it, you watch all the videos, you understand how to go about it. Because when you are going to the field, you are using the ODK to fill the data. You are using the ODK to fill the data. What's going on? Is it that okay? Okay, you are using the ODK to fill the data. You are interacting with people. You are going to the field with the ODK form. So please start or watching the video of the ODK. I will make sure I will try my best to see that I didn't sleep until I put this, especially this specific video. I will share this video with you before tomorrow. I'll try my best to see that, so that tomorrow we'll have that interaction with you. I'll guide you on the survey, and whatever you go ahead and conduct the survey. Will give you quiz I will give you is I'll just all these humanitarian topics that you are going to work with. So go to the field, collect the data, and make sure you put it on your CV. That way, at the end of this bootcamp, we'll talk about that CV structure and whatever, how to put a lot of things, activities you have done, all that you need to capture them in your CV so that your CV will not look like the way it is before. Just NYSC and say it. Is that say it what they call it? That all what teaching practice. That most of the people see me. That what you will see. Teaching practice, NYSC. That's all. So you put a lot in that. Uh, in that. So I think tomorrow, if we'll not have it, if we'll not have this class, the class by tomorrow, I will communicate with you. Or if I'm not available to do it, maybe I'll ask Ahmed to hold the class with you so that you'll have all that, you'll be ready, and the topics will be shared with you maybe on Thursday, on Wednesday, on it, or even tomorrow we'll share the topics after the class, or maybe next tomorrow you'll have the topics so that you go ahead and start. So next week we are not going to have class. That is week 10 next week. So we resume week 11. Then we work on that. We work on the analysis. We work on the visualization, and then we maybe talk about the PowerPoint because you didn't talk about PowerPoint. So we talk about PowerPoint, how to develop the presentation in it and share your data and whatever. So that's what we are going to do. But wait, but you are, yeah, it's, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for listening and see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful dream and I'll share the video inshallah before tomorrow. Thank you so much and see you tomorrow.